Hi everybody, it's Biddy, and today I have applied a full face of Pacifica Cosmetics. I'm already really familiar with the Pacifica skincare line, which I do love. The cosmetics I have first tried today, and I will let you know what I think of them in this application and wear test throughout the day. I'm going to go to work and see how I feel about it by the end of the day, see if it's gone or not. I don't have a whole lot of faith in it so far, but we'll see. So stay tuned and I will show you what I think of it as I'm applying. The Pacifica line offers concealer as well as an under eye brightener. It's called Dreamlit. I'm going to try that first and see how it does. On camera it doesn't seem so bad, but in person it's a little bit dark. I can't see much of a difference. I'm gonna go in a little more in the inner corner where it's really dark and a little bit blue. See how it layers. It's no Tarte Shape Tape, but it's definitely doing something. You can tell that it's a little bit brighter on this side than it is on this side. It's definitely not a one layer product. I would suggest going in with a couple layers, letting the first one sink in for a second before you go in with the second. That way it's really covering. Alright, so now my under eyes are covered. I might go in with concealer on top of the under eye brightener, but I think I'll try it like this for now, just as a more natural look. I'm going to go in with concealer now on all of my acne spots and the redness that I have around my nose mostly. And this is the lightest shade, I believe, and it's not very light. So if you have lighter skin tones, be wary of that. I'm going to try putting it under my eyes as well and see if that does a little more to cover up. It might be a little too dark for under my eyes, but I want to see what it does to cover up more of the dark circles and see how it layers on top of the under eye brightener. This is an e.l.f. blending sponge. Super cute color and pretty cheap as well. e.l.f. is cruelty-free. Their entire line is. So you can still see, even though it is helping with the redness, you can still see the bumps and some pinkiness popping through. So we're gonna try a second layer. I like the texture of the under eye brightener better actually. This just seems a little bit greasy, and I have oily skin, which really worries me. I'm gonna wear this to work today, and my typical work look is a little bit more matte because I do tend to get shiny throughout the day with my oily skin. So I'll check back in at the end of the day and let you know how it went with this stuff, because so far it's greasy. I'm worried about the foundation as well because it is a serum foundation. The only other foundation was a BB cream foundation, which I didn't think was going to have enough coverage for me. So we'll give it a try. The serum foundation you do want to shake. This is the Dreamy Cover Serum Foundation. They do have reviews for this on their website, but they don't have swatches, which was a little bit frustrating, so you have to read through the reviews to see what the color is like. This is the middle shade, light medium. They have a fair light as well, which I was going to go for, but the reviews said it was very fair, which worried me, so I stayed away from that and went with light medium because I am self-tanning right now. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to put a little on my hand here first. Okay, that's 2 pumps, and you can definitely tell it's a serum foundation because it is runny. Oh yeah, this is greasy too, which you would expect from a serum foundation. I just wish they would offer something for oily skin, something that's a little more matte. But this is a vegan line. All of Pacifica's products are vegan and 100% cruelty-free. And I think that vegan products are a little bit harder to make matte for some reason. That's something that I've noticed while I'm shopping around, that most of the natural and vegan products, or even just the cruelty-free products, they tend to be more natural, and they also tend to be more for dry skin and not oily skin. So I think it's just something with the formula, whatever they use to make foundations more matte is not natural or not vegan. I'm not vegan myself. I would prefer vegan makeup products, but I'm okay if they're not. I do appreciate that Pacifica has all vegan products. I just wish there was a way for vegan products to be more matte. Alright, so I'm feeling pretty greasy. It's not feeling too great. This is not something that I enjoy at all. It doesn't look like it's sinking into the skin. I don't know if you can see. Alright, we're gonna go over it with a powder now and see if that helps with the oiliness or the greasiness that I'm feeling right now, and see if it'll sit on the skin more and sink in a little bit better. This is the Perfect Lotus Universal Powder in the shade Light. It's not super light, so again, if you are a person who is very fair, this is not going to work for you, and this is the lightest shade. This is a Real Techniques sponge. I love these sponges. I think they have the perfect texture when they're damp, and I do like to apply my powders when they're damp. I just feel like they work better. So again, it feels like it's just sitting on top of the skin rather than really sinking into it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really a little bit cakey. I'm gonna try to buff it out with this really old powder brush that I have, just to see if it helps. So it's weird that the powder made the foundation look worse rather than better. I guess the powder is not meant to be used with the foundation. However, it's the only powder that they offer. Right now, it's really cakey and not cute. Next, I'm gonna go in with some blush. This is a really cute peachy tone blush. It is in the shade Camellia. That picked up a lot of powder. We'll see what the color payoff is. That's pretty natural. I really like this blush color. It looks like it's applying pretty evenly as well. So there is a saving grace in this line, and that would be the blush. I'm loving this. This is something that I would definitely use daily. Yes. Yep. Alright, next we're going to take the Power of Love eyeshadow palette. When I use eyeshadow or wear eyeshadow for work, I usually take a neutral-ish shade and put it all over the lid and leave it at that. I don't like doing too much work when I go to work. We're going to take this peachy tone color because I think it'll work really nicely with the blush. They don't offer a eyeshadow primer. I probably could have used the one from e.l.f. e.l.f. makes a Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild makes a really good one. So that's pretty simple, natural. Next we have the pencil liner in the shade Jet, which is just a black color. This is going to go in the top waterline. This is not something I normally do for my everyday work look, but I would like to see how it performs throughout the day. It is supposed to be long lasting, I believe. We'll see if that's true. I always get watery. This is not something that I do often, so I'm always watering. It's really smooth. Alright, so my eyeliner is on and the waterline looks pretty good. It's not transferring to the bottom lash line so far. I'm cool with that. Next, we're going to go in with the Aquarian Gaze Water Resistant Long Lash Mineral Mascara. This is also black, just your typical mascara. It's not too wet and not too dry, which is a good combination that I like. If this is actually waterproof, this would be great for a pool day. It's not too thick. And it looks pretty natural. And it does lengthen my lashes. My lashes are already pretty long, but it makes them look a little more accentuated. Also, don't pay attention to my self-tanned hand. That's not cute. I need to learn how to apply it. I did not curl my lashes. That's not something that I do every day, especially if I'm going for a more natural look. My lashes have a pretty nice shape to them already. And you can see that eyeliner is starting to transfer now. It doesn't look bad, but the bottom waterline looks a little bit gray right now. Not a huge deal. It'll probably disappear before the end of the day, but this mascara I do like. Yeah. Next we have the Devotion lipstick. This is in the shade XOX, which is again kind of a peachy rose color. My type of color. Wow, that's pretty opaque for a natural lipstick. Probably could have gone in with a liner to help it out a little bit, but Pacifica does not offer a liner. When I first started applying it, it had a lot of color payoff and it was pretty opaque, but if I look closely, it looks like it's kind of chunking on top and clinging to itself rather than clinging to my lips, and I can see my lip color through it, which is kind of weird. You can also, this close, see how powdery everything is, and then it's breaking up around my nose. This is the finished look, and I will check in with you at the end of the day to let you know how it wore while I was at work.
One eternity later.
The foundation seems to be caking around my smile lines, so it's kind of disappearing, and then in the middle of the void of foundation, there is a line of foundation where it's all gathered in the center. It's really weird and disgusting. I don't know if you can see this. But that's not cute. Also, my sunglasses took it off of my nose, on the bridge of my nose. I'm not super thrilled. This is definitely not a foundation I would ever wear again. I'm not sure about the powder. Maybe it works well with other foundations. The blush I'm okay with. We'll see how that pairs with other foundations and base products as well. The eyeliner I am still okay with. It did transfer a little bit to the bottom lash line. The mascara is holding up really nicely. The blush, I think I would like to try it with other foundations, something that's not quite as greasy, and see how it does. The lip product went away really quickly. It was not long wearing at all. It's still a cute color, so I think I'll try it out a couple more times and see how it does. The under eye brightener and concealer, I'm okay with that Overall, I'd say if you are interested in Pacifica products and you have oily skin, I would stay away. If you have dry skin, it might work for you a little bit better than it did for me. It might not be quite as greasy, but I can tell you right now, I am a little too excited to take all of this off of my face and stop feeling like such a grease ball right now. That's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.